Fuck a walker. Bang, bang, bang. Let's talk The Walking Dead. Q&A 56. Listen guys, I know I need to shave and I need a haircut. I'm getting that later today, but I got some free time to do a Q&A, so I want to throw this out there. Before we get started, please, if you want to ask a question and participate in the Q&A, follow the directions in the description. Please. I even put separate links to each different comic, you know, the Walking Dead original show and Fear the Walking Dead. I put the separate links there. Don't just think, oh, I'll throw them all in this video and he'll find them anyway, because I just won't see them, because when I'm pulling the questions for the comic book, I'm only looking at the very first comic book Q&A. That's where I'm pulling the questions from. So please follow the instructions there if you want to participate. Let's get right into this show. Rabbi Andy. Since Kirkman regretted killing Abraham off so soon in the comic, what role will he play during All Out War if he lives longer on the TV show? To be honest with you, I think Abraham is definitely going to live longer on the TV show, and he will be in All Out War. Kirkman specifically told us that in an interview. He said there was shit he wanted Abraham to do in All Out War, and he never got to do. I personally believe that Abraham on the TV show is going to be a soldier. He might not lead the war, but he's going to lead in the battles. And the reason I say that is because Abraham on the TV show, even though he was in the army, he doesn't, when you see him interact with the Eugene, especially with the Eugene storyline, he doesn't act as if he is the absolute leader. You know, he knows 100% what to do, when to do, how to do it. He understands there's some shit that he's not aware of, he doesn't know. He understands the limitations of his intelligence, and that's why he was falling back and letting Eugene call the shots. So in that aspect, I think he's going to do the same with Rick. He understands Rick is going to lead the war. Abraham could lead a few battles. That's his role as a soldier. Estoy al pedo. I don't know if I said that right. When will Jesus appear on the show? What episode? Dude, I don't know what episode. However, he will be in the back half of season 6. Do we need more than that? No. Just wait until he shows up. And if you guys know spoiler information, you're on spoiler sites, just don't even bother. I mean, I see so many times where we ask these questions in Q&As, and people from spoiler sites are like, oh shit, they don't know. Let's tell them. That's not how this works. Save the conversation for the spoiler sites, or at least if you're going to put a spoiler tag, because I'll tell you right now, when we do get into the show, anyone not using spoiler tags, your comments are automatically erased, because I monitor the comments heavy during the show. Anyone leaving spoilers, it's gone like that. I mean, and it doesn't bother me. I click a button, you know. I click a button in a millisecond. It takes you so long to type out the comments, so I really don't. People think they're getting over, oh, I'm going to leave a spoiler, and I'm just like, click, gone, done. But anyhow, save it for the spoiler sites. If you do have something that's kind of spoilerish, but you don't know where it's going to whatever, just put a tag on there. That's fine. Spoiler, space, 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 and then leave your comment. Another question, how will Season 6 end? I believe I answered this in a video. That's how I would want it to end. That's what you're asking here, with a Negan burning Dwight's face in the group of Saviors. That's how I want it to end. I don't want Negan and the Saviors to be interacting with our group. As far as Negan's first appearance is what I mean. I don't want that in Season 6. Who will be involved in the show versus the comic Uprising? I think it's going to be real similar. We're going to have the new character. I think his name's Carter, Spencer, Olivia, and other residents. I'm saying similar to the comic because it's not going to be an Uprising where they're going to be going out there getting blood. I really truly believe they're going to adapt the comic book Uprising very similar to the comic book. I think it's going to be people that are not trusting of Rick, and they have this uprising and it just takes off accidentally, and there's some people that are in the conversation who, just like Olivia and Spencer, who kind of get brought into the uprising, you know what I mean? And it just falls apart from there, and they see that Rick and them are not just blood hungry, and then they're going to follow through with them. But I think it will be fleshed out a little bit more than the comic book was, but I don't think it's going to be a bloody uprising. No, not at all. Jack Lewis. Would it be worth starting a petition to ask the FCC to leave the show alone? Listen, I'll tell you right now, no, it wouldn't be worth it. And right now, it's still unclear who is monitoring, who is restricting, if anybody is restricting, because I know there was a couple people adamant about telling me that AMC can do whatever the hell they want. No one's governing them. They choose not to do it because of sponsors, which I do understand. There's probably a lot of things AMC chooses not to do because of sponsors. That's probably accurate. However, when I went onto the official FCC site, you could go on there, you can find it, just go on the FCC and look at the broadcasting and look at cable, and then scroll down. It specifically says, although FCC doesn't regulate cable, cable is, however, and always has been, restricted by the rules for obscene language, and it spells it out as clear as day for the obscene language. So, however, it looks like the FCC, it doesn't really monitor them like we think. It still is regulated for obscene language, 100%. It says that on the FCC's code. So if someone can explain why it says that when it's not supposed to mean that, that would be helpful, 100%. But until I see other proof, I completely believe that it's regulated for obscenity and foul language. Absolutely. Because it says it. I don't know. I don't know how else to look at that. I am going to do more research. If you know more, put that in the comment box. Rick Grimes, Crow. Do you think Deanna will gradually become more isolated, strange, disturbed, and finally commit suicide by Walker? No, I think they're going to make Deanna a little stronger, but still lose her shit, but in a stronger way. Like in Douglas, he was all like, I'm kind of suicidal, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. I think Deanna's going to go reckless. I think we're going to see Deanna, in the preview of the trailer, we see her just smashing what looks like a bottle of some sort or something on the head of a walker, just going ape shit. I think she's going to lose her shit like that, where she's just violent in that aspect and reckless violent in that aspect. And I think that if they do, spoiler for the comic book here, mute it for 10 seconds, go now. If they do translate Carl being shot in the eye from the comic book to the show, they'll have Deanna out there strong. Not like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. Oh, there's walkers. Bang, bang, bang. I think she'll just come out there and go, man, fuck a walker. Bang, bang, bang. Like all G'd up. Maybe tie a Rambo bandana. I think seriously though, I think she's going to go out like that and then do the accident she did in the comic, which was Douglas and not a she, but you get what I'm saying. Louis Ferrer. I don't know if I got that name right. Which character do you not want to see die? None. Kill them all. I shit you not. And you might be thinking, whoa, Hayes, in your Season 6 death prediction video, you said if they kill Rick Grimes, you'll stop watching the show and only watch it on Netflix. Yes, I absolutely will, because I firmly believe 100% killing Rick Grimes right now will affect the story in a negative way. I mean, so much so, I'm willing to sit here and tell you, as a super fan, I'll probably be done with it. I'll watch it on Netflix. That's how confident I am that it will affect the story, not just taking away your favorite character. Why I say I want them to kill the characters off is because I think that's one of the best parts of the show. Getting attached to these characters and then watching them just die or, go through some hard shit. Eventually, when the time is right, I'm prepared for all of them to die, But the most important part, the time has to be right. Robert Jurgensen, do you think they aged the walkers too early? Kinda, sorta. Part of me does. However, there is still that, and here's where we need to accept the realism in the world of The Walking Dead, but still in the same strength understand there needs to be a little bit of sci-fi in a zombie show. And we need to add that sci-fi element that the walkers have something in them which preserves the body. Okay? I'm cool with that explanation. So yeah, even though the walkers do rot and decay, there's still something there, some compound that's, preserving that and keeping it intact as much as possible.
Subscribe now.